Hello, everyone. Is my mic on? It is. Okay. I hope everyone's having a good day today. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. Christmas is 3 days ago. Um, I can say my Christmas was quite interesting. But interestingly enough, today, on December 28th of all days, there is a 5% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of a specific location for parts of Illinois and Indiana. Um, Fortunately, none of the major cities are in this 5%, but a lot of major cities are in the 2%. Indianapolis is in it, St. Louis, Missouri is in it. Places like those areas are all in this 2%. There's no risk of hail, by the way. So, scattered severe thunderstorms are possible over Illinois and Indiana this afternoon to the evening. Severe wind gusts capable of wind damage and a couple of tornadoes are the primary threats. You know what you gotta do by now, everyone. If you guys are new to Weatherman T, I recommend you, great. Okay, so I'm not logging in. I recommend you follow Weatherman T. Follow, like, subscribe, stuff like that. You know what I mean, right, guys? You guys know what I mean. Real quick, while we let that load, we're gonna pull up this. The convection. I'm looking at the wrong. Okay. So it's gonna be a line. It's gonna be a long line of severe storms. And we're not seeing any UHs, over the 75 mark. So it's not like we're really looking at like a major outbreak. And we can see these, they don't go up too high. Just looking at Cape values here, and they do reach over 1,000 in many areas. But based on what I know, especially on meteorology, interesting enough, the LCLs are very low. That's gonna be able to hold together. No doubt there. Bullshit's gonna be good enough. I'm not gonna lie. Shit. What is the spike about? Marginal tornado risk. Oh, I clicked the wrong area. Hold on. Interesting. Just because like that's a really high Cape value. There's a really high STP value right there. I don't know why it's spiking. But either way, this is a line, so I don't think this is going to be an enhanced risk. But if at any point, if these storms could go discrete, I think we could be looking at some sort of an enhanced risk for tornadoes. Thanks, Cloudflare. No one's gonna forget the day you guys whatchamacallit. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anywho. What else do we have to do? Oh yeah, sorry guys. It's been a minute since I've done anything with a manatee, so I do apologize. A minute since I've done anything video-wise with a manatee. I've done many streams since we've had to do a video. I actually checked that the other day. Based off of what we're looking at soundings-wise here, currently there's no cape in this region. I don't fully think this is the exact region that's expecting severe weather, but it's the closest sounding we'll get. The MUEL is relatively high. Forecast Cape is very high, but the forecast LCO is also very high. Yields are very high on forecasted. E Cape currently is really low. Negative super cell, interesting. We can see here the efficient layer is very low, and that is by no means shocking because there's no cape for there to be an efficient layer. But surface layer to 0 to 3, these are all relatively high. This could be an active tag. I think this could easily be enacted. There actually is a Mexico discussion in effect right now, but it's not for tornadoes. Small to marginally severe hail may accompany the strongest storms this morning. This is for northeastern Missouri into central Illinois. Isolated small to marginally severe hail may accompany the strongest storms that evolved this morning. Excuse me. I've been getting over being sick recently. Ugh. Sorry guys. Along the northern periphery of the evolving warm sector ahead of the developing surface low over eastern Kansas. A broad plume of low-level warm advection will continue shifting eastward while supporting isolated to widely scattered elevated thunderstorms from northern Missouri into southern Illinois this morning. Here, an influx of steeper mid-level lapses from southwest, CTOP 12Z sounding, which we did, and modest low-level moistening amid a relatively cool boundary layer will contribute to an increasing output weak elevated buoyancy around 500 to 800 joules per kilogram of MU Cape. As well as another tornado risk. This, combined with around 40 to 50 knots of effective shear, may promote a couple of loosely organized elevated storms, posing a risk of smaller, marginally severe hail, and possibly locally strong gusts for the morning hours. The overall severe risk is expected to remain isolated as transit along the corridor this morning, the greatest severe risk expected farther south later today. You know what? I kind of wish I checked timings. So convection will probably be around 22Z. So 5 p.m. So no, probably around 3 p.m. is when we'll start streaming. If there's a stream needed, probably around 3 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, by the way. Anyway, symptomatic review for this for the outlook. Mid-level low initially near Montana/North Dakota border, ejected northeast into central Great Lakes by early Monday. Broad trout axis extends into the central Rockies. Very strong upper level flow, 80 knots southwest flow at 500 millibars this morning. Jet intensifies, 110 knots near Missouri, Illinois border this evening, 130 knots over Ohio tonight. This is an extremely climatic environment for late fall/winter standards. Surface pattern. Rapidly deepening surface low starts over eastern Kansas, lifts northeast into Lake Huron overnight. The warm sector, bounded north by frontal zone across the southern Great Lakes. Cold front surges southeast from Kansas/Oklahoma. Surface low-level flow is strong southerly fetch, maintains 58 to 62 Fahrenheit dew points immediately ahead of the front. Moisture is modest but seasonably high for the region/time. excuse me, thermodynamic environment. Instability is limited. Morning widespread range shear with embedded convection. Afternoon, Cape erodes near the triple point and cold front. Emerald Cape is moving from 500 to 1,000, possible in central/eastern Illinois. Instability decreases eastward into Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Environment is marginally buoyant, but not capped off entirely. Convection evolution. Morning, rain showers embedded thunderstorms, isolated strongest storms possible, but not the main threat window. Afternoon into the evening, Cape erosion near the triple point, advancing cold front. Southwest developing convection band, likely QRCS dominant, initially discrete elements possible near the axis. Evening into the overnight, band matures and surges east to southeast. Convection intensifies, increasingly driven by strong forcing, momentum transfer. Severe threat persists despite waning instability. Kinematics, extremely strong shear, long hydrographs, very strong 2 to 3 kilometer flow. Shear profiles favor fast storm motions, bowing segments, embedded circulations. An environment strongly supports momentum transport. Primary hazards would be damaging winds, main threat, gusts enhanced by strong background flow, downward momentum transfer. Threat may persist well into the night across the Ohio Valley, southern Great Lakes. Can occur even where instability is very weak. The tornado threat, conditional and localized, highest potential near instability axis, central/eastern Illinois. With storms that remain semi-discrete briefly, tornado risk diminishes as storms become linear, as instability drops eastward. Key limiting factors will be modest Cape, rapidly upscale growth, increasing cold pool inference, and eastern movement into less unstable air. The bottom line here is high shear / low to moderate Cape event, wind damage driven severe threat. Tornado risk is non-zero, brief, and highly conditional. Convection organization is forced, not buoyancy dominated. I want to say something. They talked about, that's the wrong one. They talked about once Cape goes off, the tornado risk will diminish. That is actually really early. That's why 6 p.m. Maybe I think probably by 7. I think, yeah, this is gonna be a really interesting day. This is gonna be a very interesting day. I think stay tuned to your local National Weather Service. Yeah. Stay tuned to Weatherman T. Stay tuned to anything really, because today's gonna be a really interesting day, and it's gonna be fast evolving. Like, yeah, today's gonna be a rapidly evolving day. Stay weather aware. Stay tuned to whatever you trust the most. Whether that's me, your local weather office, I don't know, like, whatever you guys watch. Because today's gonna be a very interesting day. And for December, this is pretty concerning. Late December at that. But yeah, I will see you guys probably around 3 p.m. Bye, guys.